friends.
How's it going?
We're in Guatemala.
Are we?
Totally kidding, but if you saw the title and you're confused, like when did they transport to Guatemala? We're not, we're in the US still, we're in the States. However, we just found an old travel memory that it's one of our favorite travel memories ever.
Also, one of our hardest, would you say most difficult travel experiences also?
Oh, for 100%. When we first started traveling the world in 2017, we started our trip in Guatemala. We were staying in Antigua and we heard about this volcano that you could hike up a dormant volcano to see an active volcano. We flew from Florida to Guatemala and we were like, let's hike this massive volcano. Why not?
It's like, well, I saw it and one of my friends, I was like looking for things to do for her birthday. We are terrible planners, and one of my friends was like, hey, have you seen this, hike? It's a Volcan de Acatenango, excuse my Spanish. And and I was like, no. And I was like, you get to see it from that volcano, you actually get to see an active erupting volcano, Volcan de Fuego, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that would be an epic birthday surprise for her. All right, I'm gonna book it. That's how we landed on this hike.
This small hike.
Yes.
Small feat.
On her birthday.
So I found the old footage and I was like, I think we need to put this on YouTube. However, we weren't really storytellers then. I'm claiming that we're storytellers now, but we're missing some parts of the story. So I thought it would be fun I've seen the footage now, I've edited it together in a storyline, and I thought it would be fun to basically all sit down, watch this together, and we'll tell you behind the scenes what was really going on and what it was like.
There's some pretty funny behind the scenes moments. One of us got diarrhea. I'm gonna start with that. All right.
With that, let's dive on in. All right, on the way up, about 5 hours to base camp.
How many kilometers?
I don't remember. Maybe 7.
Yeah. 5 hours of straight up walking.
I had no idea what we were getting into. Okay, it's already time for a pause. We literally, like I said, flew in from Florida.
Just sea level.
Sea level. And we're not gym rats. We were more in shape then than we are now.
Yeah.
We were not fit to do a 5-hour hike up.
I was like, that's a piece of cake, whatever. And so, yeah, we literally I just grabbed a backpack and headed out.
So at this point, we're on our first break.
Yep.
And
it was about an hour in, and unfortunately, I had already blown my knee out.
This is not easy. Oh, it's been physically, mentally, and emotionally draining.
This is about 3 hours in, I think.
Yeah, we skipped a huge chunk because we were dying. We have literally the start of the hike, and then I have getting up to the peak, and we skipped probably a solid 2 to 3 hours of just you and I dying. By this point, first of all,
she was a trooper.
We had to put our ego and our pride away because our guide
he was in his 60s.
Yeah, in his 60s, and he was literally
jogging.
Laughing at us.
Yeah.
But this is their job.
He'd run up to the front, then run back to the back and just make sure he's still doing good. And he didn't speak any English at all. He was just thumbs up, and I was like, yep. And then I told him we got so far behind that I just said, and I drew an arrow in the dirt, and I was like, leave these, and he just left me arrows on the way.
Because it's actually a really dangerous hike. The altitude in itself, we
definitely recommend having guides.
And at this point we had already eaten lunch, so lunch came with our tour.
Do you want to tell them what our lunch was?
It was a smashed black bean sandwich.
Yeah, on the way our bus stopped at this little hut. Yeah, it was a house hut type of thing, and they're like, oh, we're picking up lunch. And so they just each handed us these little trash bags. So I think this black bean spread kind of going mixing around in your stomach. As we're hiking up this mountain.
Continuing the hike.
And it's getting very cold. We had to separate into 2 groups, the fast group and the slow group. We are in the slow group, but it's okay. We're gonna make it to the top. We have 1 more hour to base camp, and it's good. We're gonna make it. Check out these views.
I know, it's like you're just talking to the camera, just talking to yourself.
I lost you and I didn't have someone to talk to.
And the path, it's been quite steep until now. So, alright, let's make it to base camp.
I remember, there you
There I
am. I remember being scared, like, and having to pause every now and then to make sure, like, oh, do I need to go back and make sure, like, you're not just, like, laying there.
We're at the back of the pack. This is
slow and steady wins the race.
really hard.
It's definitely a little bit harder than we expected, but it's great views and we can't wait to get to the top, only 30 minutes away.
Cold. Very cold. We
Yes,
are...
if y'all do this, what month? We're in August right now.
It's August and it's freezing. It gets cold as you go. I mean, we were hot at the bottom. And 30 minutes from the top, like Andrew said, and there's an active volcano, and some people that were going down told us you can see the lava spewing from the top, so that's gonna be really, really awesome.
Oh, I know. Can't wait for that.
So, see you at the top. Made it.
Yes! People literally clapped, like, as I, like, came in.
We made it into
Base camp.
our tent.
Better than they look like shit when they gave us.
That was hard.
It's about, it's almost 0 degrees Celsius,
Yeah.
so 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And luckily we brought a couple jackets, a couple sweaters,
Sorry.
and some gloves.
You can hear that. Boom, boom, boom. That's the volcano going on.
Oh god,
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
You can see the volcano.
That's gonna be the coldest fucking
So maybe you can see it right there. That's the active volcano.
like that one like that.
We're above the clouds.
Get a little emotional.
Alright, we're gonna hang out for a little bit and eat some.
Like,
For it.
we almost turned around. Like, our guide came back and he was like, I don't think that you're going to be able to make it back down. He's like, I don't think that you're going to, he's like, I think you should turn around. Megan was like, thank you so much for, you know, having this idea for a birthday, but it's just not working out. You're limping, and I just was literally like, I'm going to make this, like, nothing's going to, like, stop me. Like, I'm not going to be the reason that we turn around. And I just was like, all right, I'm just going to pull it together, power through it. And it was so worth it. That's what I was like, she's had lung surgery and she's just crushing it. She's like just powering through it. And I was like, and this is for her birthday also. And we came here, we want to see the volcano. And I was like, I know it's going to be worth it. And like I said, I didn't know she was having any issues at all. I thought she was just crushing it. And I was like, man, I'm just like so out of shape. And I was like, my knee, I was like, okay. But as you see, we powered through. It was, you know, we got there and just felt so accomplished.
Yeah, it was so good. Okay.
Eat some dinner, and then maybe rest and mingle around with everybody. There's about 20 people in our group that from all over the world, so pretty cool.
How was the hike?
It's awesome. And
So good.
there's more coming in.
Oh, it's erupting. So cool.
Cool and it's cold.
So good morning, and we are watching the volcano in the background and watching the sunrise. Beautiful views.
Head back down.
Okay, so I'm pausing it here because we spent the night. This was part of our tour. We paid for a tour with a guide, which we recommend, and stayed the night. And in the morning, they wake you up before sunrise. So I think it was like 5 a.m. in August. Before sunrise, while it's still dark, and they wake you up to finish the summit. Well, we opted out of that part. We decided to go back and just like snuggle. That's when we put our sleeping bags together.
Oh yeah.
Snuggled into our sleeping bags and just like stayed warm. And
I was like, why didn't we think of this earlier?
Yeah, it was.
Like, make just one giant sleeping bag.
If you go on a tour with your significant other or just like a really good friend and it's really cold, instead of being in separate sleeping bags, put your sleeping bags together because body heat is the best.
Yeah.
I think we made the right choice. And I wouldn't say like, if you do this tour, like absolutely skip the morning summit, because I do think it's dependent on weather, but that day was particularly cloudy.
They said they couldn't see, there was just clouds and raining at the top.
Yeah, that's right.
And they said there was full cloud cover and raining. And they said it was like the rain was like coming like up from like underneath them somehow. And they said there was like one rock that they like kind of were like all like huddling around and like hiding, trying to like get away from the wind. Couldn't see anything, couldn't see. And I was like, oh, well, all right. That makes me feel at least a little bit better that we didn't hike up there. And then I remember that Megan disappeared. And I was like, it's like getting dark. And I was like, where did Megan go? I was like, obviously we're on the side of a mountain. So it's like you can easily fall off. I'm like searching everywhere. And, this girl was like, I think she like went up like that away. And I was like, up into the mountain? When did you finally tell me what you were doing up there? It was like a day or 2 days later, right? Or years? Okay.
I think I got mild food poisoning, okay? All right. So then we woke up. Everyone had their little hike to the summit, and they were like,
only half.
Yeah.
Yeah, about halfway.
They were like, you didn't miss anything. And then we all tore down camp and...
Yep. The descent starts here in about half an hour. So about 3 hours down, but totally worth it.
Descending down the mountain.
So yeah, it was a really cool experience.
Definitely something I'll always remember for sure. And if you are in Guatemala, I highly recommend it. Just like I said, take some of our tips and yeah, let us know if you have any questions on it as well.
For sure. And with that, we hope you enjoyed this flashback of an adventure. This was fun for us to relive. And
yeah, I can't believe I haven't seen that in the last 4 years, that footage. Yeah. Very cool.
We'll see you back here soon for some more new adventures and old, because I might have dug up some other footage.
All right, y'all.
Keep on adventuring!